Hello, this is Mike Fay with Calvin Castine, and we're at Northeastern Clinton Central School for CVAC girls varsity soccer action between the visiting Beekmantown Eagles and the Northeastern Clinton Cougars. For the Eagles, number 2, Samantha Blake. Number 4, Karen Castine. Number 5, Katie Trombley. Number 6, Erica Covey. Number 7, Jocelyn Curry. Number 8, Erica Rial. Number 9, Jamie Lavarnway. Number 11, Jessica Kupal. 13, Christian Dio. Number 14, Jillian Spooner. Number 16, Nicole Devins. Number 19, Chesney Penfield. 21, Elizabeth Donahue. 24, Stephanie Rivers. 25, Megan Donahue. And in goal, Tiffany Williams. The Eagles are coached by John McCarty, assisted by Sarah Castine. For Northeastern, number 1, Megan Casey. Number 2, Brenda Bailey. Number 3, Elise LaFountain. Number 4, Ashley Walter. Number 5, Emily Favreau. Number 6, Lauren Kavanaugh. 7, Ashley Burtz. 8, Haley Desereau. 9, Kendra Young. Number 10, Margie Fay. Number 11, Adriana Moroni. Number 12, Shauna Carden. 13, Lisa Robert. 14, Brandy Sample. Number 15, Jess Campbell. 16, Steph Sample. 18, Marie Bulris. Number 19, Nicole Tardif. Number 21, Rachel Dutil. 23, Debbie Trombley. 24, Amanda Clark. And in goal for Northeastern, Chantel Carnet. Cougars are coached by Josie Gilroy. Referees for tonight's contest, Todd Lambert and Gary Kaiser. A nasty night here at Northeastern. Weather, temperature-wise, not too bad. Probably, I would say it's probably in the middle 40s, maybe 50 degrees, somewhere in that area, but the wind is howling. If it settles down a little bit, it might not be too bad, but this is the type of game where the wind can really decide who goes home the winner and who goes home the loser. Or who goes home is true. Up for Casey on the far side. Casey has some room, decides to push it up through the middle, and it's cleared back by Blake. Out of bounds, it'll be a throw-in for Northeastern. Desereau up for Burtz. Burtz trying to get by, can't. Stopped by Trombley. Now back up on the far side again. Burtz gets there. Well, they thought it was Burtz. A lot of hustle trying to save that ball. The Eagles were watching the ball, expecting it to go out of bounds. It eventually did, but Burtz, with a lot of hustle, made it a challenge there. Over the head of Bulris to midfield, chipped into the center. Picked up by Covey. Covey stopped by Walter, and Walter up the wing for Tardif. Tardif back to Walter. Walter has a lot of room on this near side. Decides to cross right at the 18. It stopped, but Sample gets there, makes a nice step around move, pushes in for Walter, and it's finally cleared out. Clark. And the handball's called, and it'll be a direct kick for the Eagles. Eagles put the ball in play, stopped by Clark, but taken by Lavarnway. Lavarnway cutting through the center. Clark gets there, pushes it a little bit too far in front of Lavarnway, and it's cleared by Trombley. And again cleared, this time by Desereau. Up on the far side, Burtz. Burtz with some speed. She needs to keep the ball. She decides to push it down for Sample. Sample gets by one. She'll get a cross off. Cross goes back to the 18. LaFountain is there, tries to one-time it. Can't get the shot off. And finally does. It'll go wide, and it'll be a goal kick for the Eagles. Eagles goal kick is short. Stopped by LaFountain. LaFountain switches fields over for Walter. Walter defended by Spooner. Spooner goes wide. Walter gets it back again. Crosses right into the center. Burtz is there. Can't get the shot off. She's knocked down. And finally, what's going to be called? Dangerous play. Dangerous play called. That's a good call. Burtz was on top of the ball, and that is a dangerous play, but I guess you have to ask yourself, how did she get on top of the ball? That's a handball. Ashley Burtz obviously got on top of the ball because she was pushed from behind. At least that's the way you could interpret it. Off the chest. Tardif can't control, and it's picked up by Covey. Intercepted by Clark. Clark up for Walter. Walter, if she can get by one, she does. She'll get a shot from there. It's a high shot, and it's in the net. Ashley Walter makes it 1-0 Northeastern on a fine effort. And the Lady Cougars draw first blood. Ashley Walter from Amanda Clark at the 5:18 mark of the first half. A nice play. And that started back here with Clark intercepting that ball at midfield and pushing a nice pass up on the inside of Jillian Spooner. Walter with her speed able to get by Spooner and get by the last defenseman and put a high shot over the top of Williams for a 1-0 Northeastern lead. And here come the Cougars again. Burtz can't control and is picked up off a deflection by Sample. Sample around about the defense, gets the shot off. That could be and is a handball. That'll be a direct kick just outside the 18.
Yeah, man. Shut up. Good kick, Marie.
Bulris with the direct kick. It'll go over top. Just not by much. She missed that by about 8 inches over top of the crossbar. And it'll be a goal kick for the Eagles.
Nice try.
That's a handball. Well, not called. That hand was above the shoulder, but not called. I guess Beekmantown has a right if Northeastern ends up controlling the ball. And they do, and they'll get an opportunity. Walter will get a cross-off and does. Casey can't get to it, just a little bit wide, but keeps the ball in play to Burtz. Burtz back to Casey. Casey with the shot, and it hits the post and goes out of bounds. It'll be a goal kick for the Eagles. And again, the Eagles, because Northeastern continued to control the ball after that handball, I guess they got a little bit of a complaint there. That should have been called. That hand was even above the shoulder. Headed into the center. And Bulris is there. Bulris over for Desero. Desero turned her back looking for the pass. Casey back in the center for LaFountain. LaFountain. Cougars controlling this game very, very nicely. Chip back to Desero, and Desero into the center. Walter gets there, chips ahead for Sample. Sample trying to turn it. Deflects to Clark. Clark pushes forward to Walter between her legs and right to Williams. Bulris and Desero. Chipped in, and there's number 25, Megan Donahue, to push the ball deep into Northeastern territory. Tremblay up, can't get it out, and it's stopped by Elizabeth Donahue. Burtz off a misplay. Nice pass up for Casey. Casey with plenty of room on the far side. Megan Casey punches into the center for Sample, but it's broken up and cleared out for Karen Castine. Castine to Donahue. Donahue up. Clark gets there, can't control, and it's a foot race. Clark won't give up any room. Going against Lavarnway, and Clark to midfield. Broken up, out of bounds. It'll be a throw-in for the Eagles. Covey throws inside the box. Tremblay is there. Pulls it to the outside. Can't save it, and it'll be another throw-in for the Eagles.
Let's go, Cougars!
Covey will do the honors again. Right into the center. Nothing but white shirts there, but somehow it deflects to Curry. Curry gets the shot off. A nice play by Bulris. Saw all the room in the world in the center of the field and just drugged the ball with her left foot over to the right and pushed it right into the center of the field. A nice play. A nice heads-up play. When you see a play like that, you can tell when a player is dribbling with their head up When they can see the field. Passed up for Elizabeth Donahue. Clark is there. Breaks that up. Clark still controlling in the center. Pushes up for Walter. Walter has some room. Back to Tardif, and Tardif passed up for Walter. Walter will get a cross off right across the 18. Sample tries to trap it. She slowed it down, but it's cleared out. Desiro. Miss kicks to the far side. Out of bounds. It'll be a throw in for the Eagles. Desiro should get there first. Makes a nice move to pull the ball back and then clear it up the wing. Burtz is there but can't control, and it's picked up by Devins. Now back to the 18. LaFountain gets there. Gets a one-hopper to Williams, who makes the stop. Donahue in the center. Switches fields over for Castine. Broken up and intercepted by Boris. Boris can't control it, but she pushes it over for LaFountain. LaFountain trying to get it to Walter. Spooner can't control it, goes out of bounds, and it'll be a throw-in for Northeastern. Bailey down the wing. Walter off of the flex and punches it into the center. It's a foot race. Who's going to get there first? And it's cleared out. Miscommunications, and the Eagles take advantage of that. Bailey. Bailey cuts it back to the inside, but it's intercepted. And now Bailey gets it back again off deflection up for Walter. Walter right down the wing. A nice move to get by Spooner, and Walter goes in right to the 18. She may want to take the shot and does. And Williams is there. Walter scored from just about that same spot, maybe in a little bit closer. The first and only goal of the game a few minutes ago, where she lofted the ball over Williams. Trombley up. Walter is there. Walter, nice ball up for Sample. Sample defended by Blake. Sample pulls it back. Tries to get it across, but Blake is tenacious. She won't let her get the shot off. Now LaFountain does, and it's right in on Williams.
That's the way, Cougars!
Williams tries to get it out quickly, but Clark is there to read it, and Clark gets the shot off, left footer. It goes wide, and I think they're going to call it a goal kick. Off Castine, and finally cleared up the midfield. Bulris is there. Bulris comes away with the ball. Curry tries to go up the wing, but Bulris is there to stop it. Now off a deflection, Curry gets it back again. It's 3-on-1 in favor of Northeastern, so it looks as though Curry has her work cut out for her to get by three Northeastern defenders. Not a good play, putting that ball right in the center. Clark is there to cover up. And now picked up on the far side by Dutil. Out of bounds, it'll be a throw-in for the Eagles. 25:37 remaining in this first half. It's 1-0 Northeastern. And Dutil has it deflect into the center. Desiro can't control, and it's punched to the far side by Castine, and out of bounds, it'll be a throw-in for Northeastern. LaFountain tries to get it back to Dutil, but it's Trombley. It won't have anything to do with that, and punches it in deeper into Northeastern territory. Trombley punches it out of bounds, almost.
Good hustle.
Eagle throwing. Deflects to Donahue, and then she pushes it in, but it's punted right out again by the Cougars. Now Bailey. Bailey, a nice ball up the wing, hitting Walters on a dead run. Walters into the center, just a little too hard. Williams comes out a little bit softer, and Sample's got a shot on net. Sample trying to control, but there's Blake again. Blake playing great defense on Brandy Sample. Blake will not allow Sample to make any moves. She'll give her the first move, but she won't let her get that shot off uncontested, and that's exactly what a defender wants to do. Eagle throwing again. The wind has died down here. It's almost a pleasant night here at Northeastern. When we first got here, the wind was blowing so hard we felt that it was really going to be a factor in the game, but a couple of minutes into the game, the wind just died down, and it's been rather nice here. Trombley takes it to the near side. She wants to get it up quickly, and does. It'll go out of bounds. She had 3. No, it didn't go out of bounds. Walter, with a lot of hustle, kept it in bounds for Northeastern, and here comes Bailey. Bailey down the wing for Walter, hitting her on a dead run again. Brenda Bailey and Ashley Walter playing well together. And the cross goes in and stopped by Williams. Devins can't control, and it off a deflection. Lauren Cavan under the game for Northeastern. I didn't see that change. Boris almost slips and regains her balance, but can't get the ball back, and it's picked up by Donahue. Desiree on the far side can't control, and it'll be a throw-in for Northeastern. Cougar substitutions. We'll pick them up in a second. Northeastern substitutions, Megan Casey back in. Number 12, Shauna Carter in. Margie Faye's into the game. And I believe on the far side, I believe that's Steph Sample. And here come the Eagles. The Eagles still trying to control, and it's cleared out by Trombley. Stepped up nicely, Blake. Trying to control, and does. Gets it back to Castine. And stolen. Passed up for Faye. Faye with a long ball up into the center for Walter. Walter gets there, chips it past Williams. And it's, what a play. Nice play by Jillian Spooner. That ball was in the net, and Spooner just got it just in time before it went over the line and kept it 1-0 Northeastern. That was a fine play. Nice passing by Northeastern and a nice shot over Williams. And again, that ball was in the net if Spooner doesn't get there and kick it away at the last second. Spooner down. I don't know if she made contact with the post. That's how close she was to the actual post. I don't know if she made contact with the right post or if she made contact with another player. We'll give her a couple of minutes and hope that she gets up on her own and continues to play. Now, Jillian Spooner made it off the field under her own power. She was, she wasn't limping or holding any specific part of her body, so I don't know exactly where she's hurting or what exactly happened, if she made contact with the actual post. Shot by Faye and right in on Williams. But that was an outstanding, just an outstanding play by Spooner. Again, a great pass up from the far side to Walter, who just about the 18 had Williams coming out of the net. She punched the ball over top of Williams, and it was ticketed for it was going to be a goal. It was almost over the line, and Spooner at the last second drove in and just kicked the ball wide. So just a great play by Spooner. Intercepted by Desiree, who goes far side, intended for Faye. It'll go out of bounds, and it'll be a goal kick for the Eagles. Eagles miss kick. This could be costly for Beekmantown.
Take advantage of that, Cougars. Let's go.
And Northeastern with an opportunity here. Walter trying to get the cross off. Walter pushes it back for Casey. Casey trying to turn it. Can't. And this one will go out of bounds. And if it does go out of bounds, it'll be a corner kick. And it does. It'll be a corner kick for Northeastern.
You still got that thing on your head. It's the movement, Cougars.
Bulris with the corner. Stopped by Walter, but she can't get the shot off, and it's finally cleared out. Now Clark pushes it back in and then cleared out again by the Eagles. The Eagles tenaciously get the ball to midfield. I'll pick up that number in a second. Still controlling it, pushes it into the center. Bulris is there and able to turn it and clear it. But a nice run by the Eagles' number 11, that is Jessica Kupau. Fay punches it into the center, goes down, and a hold is called, and it'll be Northeastern ball right at midfield.
Go, Cougars. Come on, Deb.
Tremblay just outside the 18, but punched right out by the Eagles defense. That's number... Williams comes out to make the stop. She's holding her legs. She really got on a cold night like tonight. I don't know if that's number 2. Clark with a long shot that goes wide. It's hard to see the Beekmantown numbers, especially on the far side. That's number 5, the one I was looking at. Katie Tremblay took that ball right off her thigh, and I'm sure that stung. 17:42 remaining in the first. It's 1-0 Northeastern. Cougars in total control of the game, but still only up by 1. The Eagles can take a lot of pride in that, although I don't know if it's the Eagle defense, except in the case of Spooner. I don't know if it's the Eagle defense or just Northeastern. That's a handball on the far side, and it'll be Northeastern's direct kick. Bulris wants to go far post. It's high in the air. Could have been a handball, not called. Punched in. Megan Casey gets there. Can't get the shot off. Faye does. Pushes it in. Miskicked and finally cleared out. Too many people inside that box. Hard to get any kind of a ball through there. And here come the Eagles again. Clark interception, clears. In fact, I can remember a game against the Eagles. I don't know if it was last year or the year before last, probably the year before last, where Northeastern outplayed the Eagles. But the Eagles had a player, and I can't remember her name, but she had blazing speed. Coakley, okay, that's right. Blazing speed, and I can remember she took the ball and just took off up the sidelines, up the wing, and turned it into a goal for Beekmantown, and that turned into a 1-1 tie. And I believe in a shootout, I think the Eagles ended up winning it. Shot by Faye, it goes behind the net. And Northeastern substitutions again. Looks like Kendra Young and Brandy Sample is back in. Lauren Kavanaugh is back in. Elise LaFountain is back in. Faye tries to go by and is stopped. And it's cleared up into the center. Tremblay gets there. Settles and pushes up for Desereau. Desereau. Pass intended for Sample. Cleared out. Sample can't get there. Faye pushes it out of bounds, and it'll be a throw-in for the Eagles. Stopped by Desereau. Nice move to try and get it to Casey, but that's read and cleared by the Eagles defense. Punched up the midfield. Tardif. Beaten to the ball by Donahue, and Donahue goes down. That was a good play. That was a good play by Donahue. And the Eagles still fighting. Clark gets there, able to punch it up into the center. Faye gets there at the same time Tremblay does, and the ball deflects into midfield. Now LaFountain, and Blake is there to clear it. That could be a handball and is, and it'll be Northeastern direct kick. 14:05 remaining in the first. 1-0 Northeastern. And the Cougars, I don't believe Chantel Carna has touched the ball as yet. I probably shouldn't say that because as soon as I do, things will change, but I don't believe she's even touched the ball yet. The game has been almost 100% of the time played in this, as LaFountain puts a shot over the crossbar. It's been 100% played in the Beekmantown zone, except for a couple of clears that went deep into Northeastern's territory, and maybe 1 or 2 offensive thrusts that the Eagles have had. Northeastern, no communication there. Both players going away from the ball, waiting for a pass. Clark, nice ball up for Young into the wing, defended by Spooner. Spooner, good to see her back into the game. Sample gets there. It goes out of bounds. It'll be a corner kick for Northeastern, but that's real good. I didn't see the Beekmantown substitution there, but Spooner back into the game, and that's real good. That's a real good sign. And that's off Young out of bounds, and it'll be a goal kick for the Eagles. Up on the wing for Lavarnway. Lavarnway taking a little bit too much time, giving the Cougar defense a chance to get back, but on a deflection, it's picked up by Covey. Covey still controlling. Covey gets by Clark and then pushes the ball to the 18. The ball gets by the Northeastern defense, but Trombley is there to pick up and clear up on the far side for Burtz. Burtz into the game. Ashley Burtz just into the game to replace Margie Fay. Burtz cuts it through the center, trying to get a pass up for Young. Young going in. Can't get the shot off. The Eagle defense, combination of Blake and Penfield. Penfield was on Young and Blake staying with Sample. Just pinched Young off, wouldn't let her get the shot off, and eventually put the ball out of bounds to give Northeastern a corner kick. But a fine defensive play, and that's one thing. The Eagles, they seem to be lacking a little bit in their offense, but their defense seems to be pretty solid. They're playing with a lot of guts. They're stepping up quickly. They're tenacious markers. They're marking up very well. Sample off her chest and cleared to the far side. Stopped by Kavanaugh. Kavanaugh with a nice move to get it to Burtz, but Burtz can't handle it. It's chipped away and then finally punched in by Kavanaugh.
Way to go, Nicole.
Tardif. Back to Clark. Clark's got some room. Clark trying to get the shot off, but broken up, and it's finally taken by Tardif. Off a deflection, and finally cleared out by Donahue. It'll go out of bounds, and it'll be a throw-in for the Cougars. And that could have been a handball. At least it appeared that it struck her in the arm. Sample with the cross, and it's headed out again. Sample again with the cross. Burtz gets there, but can't get the shot off, and Blake takes her off the ball. Again, whenever the Cougars get the ball around the 18 or inside the 18, there's an Eagle right there that will not let, and it's usually Blake. Blake, Spooner's been involved.
Okay, Spooner.
Also, Penfield into the center. Headed up in the air by Sample, and Williams in a crowd comes away with the ball. But that's, again, the Cougars get into the box, and they look like they're going to get a heck of a shot on net. But there's always an Eagle right there to take them off the ball or stop them from taking that uncontested shot. Good defense by the Eagles. Eagles down the wing. Kavanaugh pushes up for Burtz. Broken up and chipped into the center, but LaFountain is the only one there. LaFountain goes around Donahue and tries to go down the wing for Young. Goes by everybody, and Penfield's there, but it deflects deeper into the Beekmantown zone. Right at the 18, cleared far side by Castine, where it's picked up by Dio. And here comes Northeastern right back in again. You got to figure that the Cougars, with the pressure that they're putting on the Eagles, that one of two things has to happen. Either Northeastern has to get a bunch of goals, or the Eagles are going to tie it up on a play just like this, a counter play, and they're going to take the wind out of Northeastern sails, because the Cougars have to be out shooting the Eagles right now by, I'd have to just guess, maybe a 15 to nothing, maybe 15 to 1 margin.
Go Cougars!
This is only the third time I can remember that the Eagles have been this deep into, and there's the first save, I believe. There's Chantal Carnan's first save of the night. Sometimes that's not good for a goalie to play in a game like this, because she stands down there and watches and just gets cold and doesn't get a chance to handle the ball or get the blood moving. And then all of a sudden she has to react quickly and is just a half a step off, and it turns into a goal.
Oh, it's like the heater over here.
Boris up to Burtz. Burtz tries to get into the center, but it's broken up by Castine. Kavanaugh gets there, crosses it back in, and Williams will come out to control the ball right in front of Sample. Williams tries to quickly switch fields, but there's Clark. Clark has Young on the outside, pushes it in, it'll go wide. Nice move. Devins punches up into the center. That was a nice goal kick. Stopped by Spooner, and Spooner punches it into the center for Donahue. Broken up by Casey, up for Sample. Sample, a nice move to get by Blake, and then pushes it forward for Birch. Birch with the shot, just over top of the crossbar. And that was one time when Brandy Sample made a real nice move and got around Blake and put an easy pass through that Birch just got under a little bit. But again, if you're the starting defender and you're out there against a Northeastern team like this, that's working you time and time again, you've got to get tired. The Eagle offense has got to pick it up a little bit to take some pressure off their defense. Another nice ball. Off the deflection. The Eagles, LeVarn Way comes back with it, and it goes out of bounds. It'll be an Eagle throw-in. Devins. And here come the Eagles again. Broken up by Bulris to LaFountain. LaFountain up for Burtz. Burtz defended by Tremblay. Burtz with a burst of speed gets by Tremblay. She has her choice. She decides to cross it. Samples there. It goes under her foot and cleared by Blake. Now Clark punches it right back to the 18. Burtz gets there. Tries to take it wide and can't. Broken up. Dio and Burtz going at it. Burtz comes away with it, punches it out of bounds, and it'll be a throw-in for Northeastern.
They gave me twins up there.
Cougar substitution, Shauna Cardan into the game for Northeastern. And off a deflection, Bowlers goes outside for, is that Kavanaugh? It's hard to see. LaFountain to Burtz. Burtz chips it into the center, and it's headed out. It'll be a corner kick for Northeastern.
You gotta move it around your mouth like a hot potato or something.
Walter gets there, rugby scrum in front, and it's finally cleared out by the Eagles. Spooner. Bulris goes outside for Clark. Clark turns it up for Sample. Sample trying to get around one, can't, and Blake is there to clear. Nice ball up for Lavarnway. Lavarnway still on the wing, has a player right in the center of the field. That was Jocelyn Curry, number 7 right in the middle of the field, coming down all alone. If she could have turned that ball, Curry would have had a shot on Northeastern's net.
She had the ball and the girl nailed her one right in the back and sprained her muscle in her back. She goes to the chiropractor.
Come on, Cougars!
Out of bounds, this should be an Eagle throw-in. Lisa Robert also into the game for Northeastern.
Get it out of there!
Blake in the center of the field. Sample and Blake going at it. Blake pushes back to Dio for control. Right back into the center, and there's Trombley to clear it out for Northeastern. Two players collide. And the call's going to go against Northeastern. That's one of those plays. How do you call that? Neither one of them made contact that I could see with the ball. They were running with their head down. As Carden makes a stop, makes it a little interesting, but is able to control. Both players running with their head down and just smashed into each other. Casey on the far side can't control. It's out of bounds. It'll be a throw-in for the Eagles. 1:04 remaining, and I believe this is the longest time that the Beekmantown Eagles have been in Northeastern's side of the field this entire first half. Walter.
Come on, Cougars!
All right. So Mark retired. That's what the financial advisor said.
25 seconds remaining in this first half. 1-0 Northeastern, and the Eagles can be awfully happy that they've weathered the storm here in the first half. Northeastern with many shots on goal. Northeastern with the field position. Better opportunities, and with 6 seconds, Northeastern will get one more. No, they won't. It's cleared out. And with 3, 2, 1, the buzzer sounds, and the first half is over. And again, the Eagles can smile and be very pleased with the way that first half turned out. They find themselves only down by 1 goal. It's 1-0 Northeastern. That goal scored by Ashley Walter. Assist going to Amanda Clark at the 5:18 mark of the first half. But Northeastern could be in the lead by 3 or 4 goals. One ball actually was almost in the net, but cleared out at the last second by a great defensive play by Spooner. If not, Northeastern is up by 2-0, and it could even have been 3 or 4-0 with the amount of shots and opportunities that the Lady Cougars had. So we'll start the second half, and Beekmantown knows that all they need is 1 to tie, and we'll see if they can get that in a few minutes when we start the second half. Second half underway, and the second half starts the same way the first half ended. Northeastern in Beekmantown's end putting pressure on the Eagles, and same way in the first half. There's Blake, Samantha Blake doing her thing against Brandy Sample and clearing the ball out. Faye on the far side, still trying to get the cross off. Faye finally does. She crosses it. It goes just behind the net, and it'll be a goal kick for the Eagles.
Oh, I guess that would be in the
Bailey right back into the Eagle zone, and it goes out of bounds, and it'll be a throw-in for Beekmantown.
Well, it's a little break. He's got to do better. If he doesn't do better this semester, he's out of there.
Eagles come away with that one. On the far side, I think that's Covey. Broken up by Bailey and right back in again. Cleared out by Penfield.
He changed his A jersey.
Broken up by Bailey, and there's Casey right back to Sample, broken up by Blake. There she is again. I think if I was the way Blake is playing, you don't like to always change up your game plan, but in a case like this where Northeastern obviously has much more talent, I think I'd like to see maybe shot from distance and stop by Williams, maybe pull Sample, put her on the wing and put somebody else in the center and see if Blake Faye is there and just fires wide. See if you pull Sample to the outside, put her on the wing. If Blake follows Sample to that wing, if she's there to mark up on Brandy Sample, then maybe they can free Sample up on the outside. Sample is there, heads it down, but Blake gives way for Penfield, who clears up. Bulris off a deflection, stolen back by the Eagles, and there's Bailey to push in to the 18. Sample is there. She slides. She can't get around Penfield, and Williams comes out and picks up the ball. Punts out of harm's way. Desiro's there, can't control, and Clark up for Walter. Walter miskicks, trying to get the ball up the wing, broken up, and Donahue is there. Deflects into the center and then out to midfield on the wing. Picked up by Lavarne Way. Out of bounds, it'll be a Beekmantown throw-in. Donahue with the throw-in. Just at the 18, it goes through. And there's Tremblay to clear it up on the far side. Picked up by Katie Tremblay. Cardan comes out too far. There's nobody in the net for Northeastern, but it's broken up and cleared out. Off a deflection. Eagles push it back for control. And Northeastern's Clark breaks it up. Now Casey breaks it up, but it goes right to Tremblay again, and here come the Eagles. Northeastern back on their heels for the first time in this game, and Bulris decides to take charge and brings it out to midfield and then punches up for Walter. Carden with a nice chip for Walter, who gets just about to the 18 before it's broken up by Penfield. That could have been a handball. Not called, and off out of bounds. I thought that was last touch by Carden, and obviously so did Carden. But it'll be a Northeastern throw-in. Walter can't get the cross off before it's cleared. And cleared up again. Picked up by Kupau. Kupau, who had that run in the first half. Clark won't let her get by. All right, here come the Eagles again. Tremblay just punches beyond midfield. Up, stopped by Faye. Faye gets around one with a pass up on the wing for Sample, and Blake followed Sample, so it looks as though Blake is going to stay in Sample's back pocket for this entire game, no matter where Sample goes. So you saw right there, when Sample pulled off to the wing, Blake followed her. That left the center wide open, and Penfield the only one there. Northeastern spots that, has that same play, just to tell Brandy, when you get out on the wing, punch it into the center. You have two defenders out there that you're accounting for. Walter can't catch up to it. If Sample has two defenders out on the wing that won't leave her side, then Northeastern has to have an open player in the center.
I want 7-0.
Donahue can't stop it. Carnan does and punches it over the head of Spooner. Walter goes down. Spooner comes away with it. Off a deflection off Cardan. Walter stepped right on top of the ball and went down. But Cardan is there, and so is Donahue. Donahue gets it deeper into Beekmantown zone. And here comes Casey. Can't get the shot off. Walter can't get the shot off. And it's cleared out. Lavarne Way gets by Desero. Varnway still on the outside. Bullris comes over to help out. Bullris pushes her off the ball, and it'll be a push and a direct kick for the Eagles. To the 18. I'd rather see a player go far post when they're in a situation like that. Bailey up for Fay. Fay trying to turn it and does. Over the head of Castine in the center. Sample gets there. Sample goes to the outside. Had a little bit of backspin on the ball and couldn't drive through it. But a lot of hustle by Sample. Sample and Spooner. Sample's going to get the... No, Spooner got the call. That's what I was going to say. Sample ran into Spooner, but Spooner threw her hip and her shoulder in Sample's lane where she was running. And Northeastern. Fay. Nice head by Walter, but Penfield is there to clear out. Walter still on the near side. Donahue defending. Walter will get a left-footed cross and does. Sample is there, tries to redirect it towards the net, but it goes wide and it'll be a goal kick for the Eagles. Eagles out in the center of the field. Off the deflection picked up by Sample. I'll have to pick up Northeastern substitutions. Burtz is there. Sample's there. That's Steph Sample. Elise LaFountain back in the center. And I think that's it. That's all the substitutions for Northeastern at this point. And LaVarnway over on the far side for Devons. Bailey gets there. Nice play by Brenda Bailey to get the ball up the wing. But it just goes off the side of her foot and out of bounds, and it'll be a throw-in for the Eagles.
Hey, I want one of them. Give me a couple dollars unreal.
Bailey stopped by Blake. Stolen by Burtz, but there's Blake to get it back again. Picked up now by Kupau. Kupau over for Castine. Castine broken up by Clark again. And it'll be a throw-in for the Eagles. Throw-in comes to Curry. Curry trying to turn it. Sample punches up into the center. It's picked up by Castine and right back in again. Bullris is there to clear up. Right back to Castine. Now it's a foot race. Walter, if it stays in bounds, and it does not, and it'll be a throw-in for the Eagles. The Fountain in the center. She has plenty of room. She can carry for a while. Decides to pass it near side for Burtz. Burtz. Nice move by Burtz to get by Spooner. Burtz will get across and does. Right in the center. Walter tries to turn it but can't get the shot off. The ball just a little bit behind her. She couldn't turn her hips and get that shot off. And it ended up dribbling wide where it was picked up by Williams. But a fine play by Ashley Burtz. Picked up far side by Curry. Curry gives way for Devons, and Devons can't get by Walter. Ashley Walter will get a cross off. It's a low cross stopped by Penfield, and she clears. Bailey stops it. Clark gets there, turns the wrong way, and here come the Eagles. Bullris back in the center, stopped by Penfield, and it's high, hard one that's just wide, and it'll be a goal kick for the Eagles. 28-24 remaining in the second half. Still 1-0 Northeastern.
Yeah, you get some more. I would have kept the old one. The new one's worth more.
Walter turns it to the 18. LaFountain is there. Can't get the shot off before it's broken up by Kupau and deflected out of bounds. It'll be a throw-in for Northeastern.
Come on, Cougars!
If you're home right now sitting and watching this game in a nice warm living room or den, just look across at the Northeastern bench and see all the players bundled up in their blankets, huddled together. You can tell how chilly it is here tonight. The wind was just nice during the first half, but it's starting to pick up again. And of course, with the wind comes the wind chill, and that's what we're going to feel right now and for the rest of the next 27 minutes that are remaining in this game.
Oh, I got it. I caught you in the act.
Bulris and Tremblay. That could have been a handball, not called. But Curry comes away with it, and now it goes deeper in the northeastern zone. Tremblay is there, and she clears up on the far side out of bounds, and it'll be a throw-in for... Now they're heading, I thought it was going to be a throw-in for the Eagles, but I guess it's northeastern throw-in.
Let's go, Cougars! Let's get another one!
I'm not gonna. I like you. You guys, shut up. You bring him the guy. I'll go and meet the guy. I'm the VP. There's nothing gonna be going wrong here.
Handball called on Marie Bulris, and it'll be a direct kick for the Eagles. And again, with 26 minutes remaining, the Eagles still know that their defense has really held true and played strong in the first half and in the first 15 minutes or so of this second half. And even though Northeastern has had far more advantages, far more opportunities, the Eagles are only down by one. And here's another opportunity, and Williams with a great stop. Williams with a great stop. Birch was there. It looked as though Williams thought Birch was going to be able to take the ball to her right, to Williams' left, and punch the ball back towards the net, have Williams going in the wrong direction. Sample got there and did, in fact, push it back towards Williams' right, but she was able to dive and stop the ball just before it went over the line. That was a fine effort, both by the Cougar offense and by Tiffany Williams, the Beekmantown goalie. And again, the Eagles know Northeastern would really love to get another goal. One more goal would force the Eagles to change their game plan. Here comes Sample trying to get it over to Birch, taken down, and the Eagles come away with the ball. Northeastern knows that if they can get one more behind Williams, that's going to change up the Beekmantown game plan. It's going to spread them out. They're going to have to really try and press to get a goal. But as long as they're only down by one, they can take their time and hope that Northeastern makes a mistake. Or that the Eagles put together an offensive thrust to put the ball behind Carnan to get this game tied up. Rachel Dutil into the game for Northeastern. Miskicked into the center by Sample. Bulris gets there. Bulris goes against Covey. And Clark gets there before Blake. Now Blake committed. Blake committed because Sample just left. Sample left, and she was replaced by Rachel Dutil. And you can see the game plan of the Beekmantown Eagles. Blake stays with Sample when she's out there, but when Sample goes to the bench for a rest, Blake is able to, or at least Northeastern or Beekmantown believes Blake's able to roam a little more free. But if they do that too often, they're going to find out that Rachel Dutel has some speed too.
Let's go, Cougars!
Lauren Cavanaugh into the game for Northeastern. And it'll be another throw-in for the Cougars. Off Blake. Picked up by Walter. Blake is there, deflects off Dutel, and finally cleared by Penfield. Up in the center for Covey. Covey stopped by Clark. Clark has some time. Amanda Clark still trying to get the ball by and does. Up the wing, too far out of bounds, and it'll be a throw-in for the Eagles. Eagles down the wing. Tremblay should get there first and does. And it's up out of bounds, and it'll be I guess that was off a Beekmantown player, so it'll be Northeastern throw-in.
That wasn't me. I don't know. Johnny with the wind. I couldn't even get my leg. I went on. Which one did we go on?
Here comes Dutil on the far side. Blake defending. Dutil gets by Blake. She'll get a cross off. It was a weak one, and Penfield is there to clear. Boris gets it to Clark. Clark, nice move, and then punches up in through the center. Too many players bunched up in the center. Northeastern needs to spread out their offense, and that'll spread out the defense and maybe open up a couple of lanes where they can at least see the net. Boris trying to do just that by switching fields over on the near side. Finally, the shot is taken by LaFountain, and it's a one bounce. Williams gets there, puts it right back out again on the near side to Dio. Dio switches fields on the far side, and if the Eagles can get there, they've got a wide open wing, and they do. Back in through the center. Northeastern overextended, and finally Boris, nice play, Marie Boris, to get back on defense. She ran half the length of the field to get back, steal the ball, and controlled it all the way up until Blake is there to stop her. Off LaFountain. Both teams look a little tired. Maybe that's why they're lagging towards the center. Now we're on the outside again. Kavanaugh's there. Kavanaugh trying to get down the wing and does to Burtz, but it's intercepted. LaFountain gets there, has Burtz on the far side, and it's headed out by Blake. LaFountain again tries to get it up, but it's stopped this time by Dio. Boris.
Hey, don't put your hand in that! Come on! You can play hard! I know.
Kupal gets by two. Kupal has an open wing. Player in the center. Kupal crosses. It's outside the 18. Crossed behind Real. Real was the player in the center for Beekmantown. Missed kick to the near side. Dio missed kicks to the far side. You can tell these young ladies are cold. They're just not playing like they're capable of. They're just, I guess they just like to see that clock go by. Clark heads it out of bounds, and it'll be another throw-in for the Eagles. Squirts through the center, and the shot is on net, and it went right to Cardan. Cardan, the right place at the right time. Good positioning to make the stop. Desereau comes to the near side. Burtz gets by one. Burtz has a lot of room. She wants to keep it on the outside. Keep it to the outside. She gets through again. She'll get the shot off, and there's Blake just in time to keep the ball from the front of her net. Ashley Burtz with a nice run. Kept the ball to the outside. She might have taken it just a little bit further out, but she turned it in just as she got to the 18. Tried to get the shot off, and Blake was there to stop it. Boris will take the corner kick for the Lady Cougars. Again, Northeastern would purely love to get the second goal in. And the shot off two defenders. It'll be another goal kick. Another corner kick, rather, I think. Well, I guess not. It looked like it went off, ricocheted off a Beekmantown defender and went across the line, but they're calling it a goal kick.
Get hungry for another goal, Cougars!
Headed right back in by Walter. Off Dutil. Walter gets there, but fighting for the ball is Blake, and Blake clears it. Out of bounds, Northeastern throw-in.
Look at him like a herd.
Sample back into the game, and her presence is felt right off the bat. Out of bounds, it'll be a goal kick. Eagle goal kick, stopped by Kupal. Desiro punches it in, but it goes out of bounds, and it'll be another Eagle throw-in. Kavanaugh gets there first. Head it right back out again. Trombley gets there and clears up into the center. Bulris is there, but so is Covey. Covey wins that one, gets it to Donahue.
Come on, Cougars!
Donahue looking for a place to go and gets it back to Castine. Castine can't control it. And a good ball up for Maroney. And it'll be a goal kick for the Eagles.
Everybody's laughing. No, because Dave fell over and checked us. Oh, I can just see him look like that. He doesn't do like that.
Stopped by Walter. Walter coming into the 18, gets the shot off, and Williams is there to short hop it.
Were you there? Were you on the bench when you broke his glasses?
You get the feeling that Northeastern has got to score one of these times. Here comes LaFountain. Gets the shot off, and it's just off the outside of her foot. It looked as though she was trying to turn it to the far post, which is exactly what you should do. But it just went off the outside of her foot. But you get the feeling that Northeastern is going to get the ball behind Williams. They're just putting on entirely too much pressure. But again, the Eagles can smile in the fact that they've been outplayed, but yet their defense has been able to keep Northeastern off the board except for that one goal. Tardif up for Walter, but it's broken up. And it's going to be a hold against Northeastern, and it'll be Beekmantown ball.
That's none of a gun behind
Clark over for Maroney. Maroney beaten to the ball by Trombley. Trombley still on the wing. Crosses into the center. Clark is there. Two Beekmantown players, and Clark gets there and clears it out. That's Covey and Lavarnway for Beekmantown.
This morning, Nick got that song. Yeah. Call the first one.
Cleared out. Up for Walter, but she can't control. And here come the Eagles again. Spooner taken off by LaFountain. And LaFountain tries to go up the wing for Walter, but it goes out of bounds, and it'll be a throw-in for the Eagles. Control the game, or at least try to control the game, and you have an illegal throw. Coaches don't like that at all. And it's cleared up. No control. Here comes LaFountain. She loses it, gets it right back again, and punches into the center for Casey. Megan Casey just back into the game. I think that's on the far side, Brenda Bailey. Broken up by Bulris. Bulris has some room on the far side. Passed up for Walter, but it's broken up by Spooner. Back in the center again. Broken up by Desiro. Walter into the center for LaFountain. LaFountain pushes one through. Sample stops it and then turns to shoot it, but it deflects to the near side. Maroney gets there, trying to turn it. Her cross goes off of Covey, and finally Penfield is there to punch it out of bounds. It'll be a throw-in for Northeastern. Deflects. There's Bulris. Bulris gets the shot off, and it's over top of the net. Marie Bulris in the right spot. You could hear Josie Gilroy telling her, get in the center, and I guess she had a sixth sense because the ball came right to Bulris. She had the shot, but it just went over top of the net.
Then it was humorous, and now it's just outrageous.
LaFountain again. Gets the shot off. There's Williams. Williams was leaning to her left, and she went right back to the right. Conley took that ball under control. Now Clark on the far side. Lavarnway is there, steals the ball, gets it to Covey. Covey has somebody open on the outside, gets her the ball that looks like Donahue. Donahue beaten to the ball by Clark, and Trombley clears up. Deflects to Blake. Blake, obviously with some speed. Blake is going to start using her speed on the offensive side of midfield, I believe. As we get closer, we're down to 10:51 remaining. Time not running out, but still plenty of time for the Eagles, but I think they'd like to do something pretty quick. And I think that's what you're going to see. You're going to see players like Blake moving up and getting more into the offense to try and get that equalizing goal. Walter tries to turn it, and there's Blake to clear it right out again. Stopped by Clark. Back to Donahue, but Clark is there to break it up, and it's punched out of bounds by Castine. Well, the ball stayed inbounds. Now it went out. It'll be a throw-in for Northeastern. Clark
negative on that.
Can't control, and it does. Controlled by Beekmantown off a deflection. It goes to LaFountain. LaFountain wants to switch it up and does. A nice ball up. Sample and Maroney are trying to get to it, but Penfield gets there first and clears out of bounds. It'll be a throw-in for Northeastern.
Brandy! Oh, I can't yell the read. That would be nothing.
Sample gets the throw-in, gets it off to Desiro. Desiro tries to get the kick off again, but is beaten to the ball by Kupau. Now Clark. Clark still controlling. Clark gets the shot off, and it goes wide. Bailey punches it right back in again. That could have been a handball, and Sample is tripped. Again, Penfield and Blake playing tight defense on Brandy Sample. But she's knocked down, and it'll be a direct kick for Northeastern, and the Lady Cougars would love to take advantage of this opportunity. Bulris. The shot is up and just wide, and it'll be a goal kick for the Eagles.
Okay, on top. Come on, Brandy.
Sample controlling again, passed up for Favreau. Favreau's shot deflects out of bounds, and it'll be a goal kick for the 1-0 Northeastern in a game where the Lady Cougars have totally dominated. They lead by only 1 goal, and as I said before, the Eagles know that all they need is to get 1 behind Cardan, and we're into overtime. Northeastern wants to get 1 goal, just 1 goal, to give themselves a little bit of breathing space. Casey to Maroney. Maroney tries to cross it, but it's broken up. Casey with a nice move gets it back for control to LaFountain, but it goes out of bounds, and it'll be a throw-in for Northeastern.
Let's go, Cougars!
Kendra Young into the game for Northeastern, and she gets the ball just as she gets in, but can't control it. Out of bounds. It'll be a goal kick for the Eagles. I don't know what that call was.
Blow the whistle. Wait for the whistle.
Okay. Penfield didn't wait for the whistle. Now she did, and here we go. Penfield switches fields. Clark gets there, trying to control, can't. LaFountain does. LaFountain gets by 2. Sample can't get the shot off, goes down. The shot is finally taken, and it goes wide. Shot taken by Bailey on the far side. And again, Northeastern trying to get that second goal that'll give them enough breathing space where they can maybe take it easy for the remaining 5 minutes and 49 seconds. Beekmantown says, you're not going to get that second goal, and the Eagles are going to fight to come back. And here they go. Clark, Amanda Clark, who has had a great game tonight, just an outstanding effort for Amanda Clark, has been all over the field. She's played one heck of a defensive game, as well as Marie Bolris has played just a a wonderful game.
Let's go, Cougars! Clear the ball out!
I think the Cougar fans, you can hear them in the background. I think they feel the same thing, that if Northeastern doesn't get that second goal in, they get that feeling that even after they've outplayed the Eagles are going to try and get, or their Eagles are going to get something in. And here's the shot, and it just deflects. Again, Walter is there, and that's not a Walter, that's Favreau. Favreau was there, but the ball just a little bit behind her, and she couldn't get her leg back to get any kind of snap on the ball. All she could do was redirect it, and it was redirected weakly in on Williams. And here come the Eagles again. Donahue on the far side, broken up again by Clark. An all-star night for Amanda Clark. Misplayed, and here comes Young. Young trying to beat Penfield, but backed up.
Come get it!
I don't know who that player is. Number... Well, we'll find out in a second. Oh, that was Penfield that cleared it. Here come the Eagles, broken up by Desereau. Desereau chips up for Young. Young can't get by Penfield. Here's LaFountain, gets the clearing pass. A nice pass up for Young. Young gets there, gets the shot off, and it hits the outside of the post. .328 remaining. And LaFountain stops the goal kick again. LaFountain broken up. LaFountain still trying to control, goes down the wing for Young. It should go out of bounds and does, and it'll be another goal kick for the Eagles. Here on this goal kick, Young pushes through for Casey, cleared out. Here come the Eagles now. Kupau broken up. Kupau goes back, and it's intercepted by Young. Young tries to go down the wing. Sample gets there first. But again, there's Blake. Sample saves it before it goes out of bounds. It goes right through the goal mouth. LaFountain just off the line. Just couldn't get the angle on the ball to get the shot off, and it's finally cleared out by the Eagles. Here comes Bullris. Bullris with a low shot on a double, on 2 hops. It goes to Williams. We're down to 2 minutes. Coming down to 2 minutes remaining. And the Eagles are going to have to pull out the stops, because it doesn't matter if you lose 1-0 or you lose 2-0. It's still a loss. And with 2 minutes remaining, the Eagles are going to have to pull out the stops and try and get that tying goal. And there's Williams in the right place at the right time off a Elise LaFountain shot to keep it 1-0. And here comes Clark. And the way Amanda Clark has played, it would certainly be a nice thing for her, a little icing on the cake if she could get one of those long shots over the head of Williams, give herself a goal. She's really, really played well tonight. Bailey on the far side. Pushes in for Sample. Sample dishes it right back out for Favreau. Favreau trying to turn it. And it'll be a corner kick for Northeastern.
One minute!
Corner just inside the 18. It's cleared out off a deflection right in the center. Bullris can't control, but she also won't let Covey control for Beekmantown. The shot is high, and Williams makes the stop again with 43 seconds remaining. The Eagles are going to have to pull it up right now. It'll be a throw-in for Northeastern, but if the Eagles get control of the ball, even just a little bit, they're going to have to pull up all their players to try and get that tying goal with 30 seconds left. And it'll be a goal kick for Beekmantown. No time to waste. 23 seconds, 22 seconds remaining. The Eagles have enough time for maybe one offensive thrust. And with 14-13.
Tough D, Cougars!
With 8 seconds. I don't think they're going to be able to do it. 3, 2, 1. And that's it. The buzzer sounds and the game is over, and the Northeastern Clinton Cougars are victorious. A 1-0 victory for Northeastern. The only goal scored by Ashley Walter from Amanda Clark at the 5:18 mark of the first half, and that's all Northeastern would need, and that's all they would get. Although they totally outplayed the Eagles, Chantel Carney only had to make maybe 2 stops, and neither one of them, if I recall, was really that difficult. They were from long distance. On the other hand, Tiffany Williams, the Beekmantown goalie, made some outstanding saves. Some of the standouts in the game, Blake for Beekmantown played a great defensive game for the Eagles. Tiffany Williams, of course, in goal, played a great game. For Northeastern standouts, of course, Ashley Walder with a lot of shots on net, controlling the wings. Amanda Clark played a super game. Marie Bullers played a super game. Sample played a super game, and with Blake on her back the entire time. So a great victory for Northeastern. And now that the El Sable Patriots have lost their first game of the year, Northeastern is neck and neck with El Sable for CVAC honors. Well, that's the way it was this first day of October 1998 in a chilly night here at Northeastern Clinton. The Lady Cougars won and the Beekmantown Eagles nothing. A great victory for Northeastern. Thanks for watching Hometown Cable.